So, what had happened was, right, and hello, I hope you're having a good day. So, I went out to get a torta. I've been hooked on these tortas, y'all. So, Merida, Mexico got these things called tortas. Now, they are like sub sandwiches, but it's a different bread depending on where you go. And it's some good, freshly baked bread without all the preservatives. So, I'll be hooked on the tortas and the burritos. Tough lately. And they're affordable. So I rolled up into that joint and I was like, I'm about to get me a torta. I pull into the driveway. I go up to the counter. And I'm like, yo, so immediately, and if you're an empath, neurodivergent, highly sensitive person, if you are keenly aware of your surroundings and maybe absorb people's energy, my water signs particularly, I noticed a shift in the energy. So I go there regularly, and it was different people there. When I pulled up, it was a Mexican guy. Well, they all Mexican. It was a guy, and he got up immediately, ready to serve. He was really nice. When I hit that corner, though, son, and I got to the counter, the young lady seemed baffled to look at me, and she was ready for my order. I made it La Paria because that's what I like. I didn't need a menu because I always order the same thing. But what got me was the energy of the gentleman to her right, my left. The way he looked at me. And that's what I want to talk about. Living in Mexico as a black woman, I'm going to tell you the way he looked at me. Now, don't get me wrong. Mexicans are beautiful, lovely, nice people. However, the longer I'm here, I see ripples in the tide, you know. And so he looked at me, and I can hardly articulate it. And for those of you all who live abroad, live in different countries, you may know this look of non-acceptance. You may know this look of why are you here. You may know that uneasiness that you feel when you receive that look. And I don't get it often. I would say maybe 2 out of 10, right? If that, depending on the day and depending where I'm going. But I'm going to tell you something. That thing moves me to a point of my reptilian response, which is fight or flight, right? And it makes me think. And I sat there and I did get a little cloudy-eyed because I thought about the black woman, particularly because that's what I am. Woman's place in the world. You know what I mean? Like, where do we belong? You know? And, yeah, we can go back to Africa, but guess what? We're going to receive some of the same prejudices there, and maybe even at a higher volume than we do in other places. I remember looking at a video where the girl said she was in Ghana, and she moved there and she had been bamboozled, led astray. She was like, this ain't what the brochure said, right? And they were giving away free visa entry when you came in. So a lot of people during that time started gravitating towards the motherland. So she said she went there and she noticed a theme, which was different prices for different things. So you got the Ghanaian price of Coca-Cola, then you got the American price of Coca-Cola, and the will to charge what they want. And that thing right there grabbed me by the boo-boo. I was like, where are we safe? Where do we belong? Now, don't get me wrong. Here is way less of the frequency that I receive in the States. And like Princella said, the black woman's at the bottom. The black man's on top of her. The white woman's on top of him. And the white man is on top of her. So we are carrying quite the load. And to have no place to offload it, to offset it, to balance it, to relieve it, can sometimes get you no matter where you live. Because no matter where you go, no matter where I go, I am still an American woman in some places, a black woman in others, an American black woman, negro. My year, and it's often times that I'm not even thinking about it, and then it's days like this that I'm reminded of it. So, as I continue to transform and see life without the blinders, without the lens of Tia Niki, which I think was distorted because she was in a servitude mode and not a self-edifying role or self-sustaining mode. As I open my eyes brighter and brighter each day and see what's going on around me instead of sitting in front of a computer all the time, I see things, and some things move me, some things remove me, and certain things change me. But in this respect, I just want to say, no matter where you are, don't let your external environment validate or devalue you. It's so much more important that you remain in the framework, in the mental construct of remembering who you are. So that no matter where you go, because there's some people trying to run from themselves. And I'm going to tell you, baby, leaving doesn't make it go away. If anything, it makes everything bubble up, right? To look at, to examine, to repair, and or heal. So my experience continues to evolve, continues to expand as I'm in my 4th summer living abroad. And no matter where we go, we will probably get these type of looks. The touching of the hair, the wondering of the personality, background, family. Donde es where you from? I'm from Earth, right? The same place that you're from. So I think if we can remember that, no matter where you go, you'll always have you. So I just wanted to share that experience because it moved me to tears a bit internally as I thought about where do we belong. And I would say that's everywhere and nowhere. The loop and the loneliness. There is no other identity on earth like that of the black woman. Not African, not Irish, not Jewish, not indigenous, no one. Others have suffered, yes. They've known exclusion, discrimination, brutality, genocide, and exile. But many of them were allowed to recover. They were permitted by society, by law, by whiteness, to re-enter the human race. We were never given that luxury. And what's worse, we internalized the delay. We took the whip, the chain, the badge, the bill, the broken language, the broken mirror, and built entire cultures of captivity from it. We used to be enslaved by a system, now we are looped by each other. The master no longer needs the whip because we've learned to pass it down like a family heirloom. Through our media, through our silence, through our survival posing as success. So when I talk about belonging, I am not just talking about foreign lands. I'm talking about the foreignness of being black in your own skin. I'm talking about being born into a loop and having to fight your way out of it, spirit first. But here's the quiet revolution. I don't belong anywhere, so I made my soul my homeland. I made my peace my passport. I made silence the citizenship. And I made me, just me, a whole damn country. If you feel this, you're not alone. If you lived it, you're not crazy. You're just foreign everywhere and still surviving.